The next on the agenda is Ask the Coach. The intention, initial thought is like we will do on the main session itself, track 1. But now that we have different coaches here and we have the option to do a breakout rooms, we can be here and we can continue the discussion. So what the intention of the Ask the Coach is, bring up your typical day-to-day problems and try to get your questions or doubts clarified. Don't expect what's the certification questions or anything, or my manager is not listening to me. How am I be able to avoid from layoff? No, a typical generic questions which the coach, as a coach, we have a lot of coaches here. Aditya, we have Jnana Sambandham, we have Sneha, we have Venkat, all of us. Even if you are willing to, yes, the floor is open for everyone. And we have Ranjit. I can see on the participants. Yes, it is all open session. Yes, Prashant.
Thank you, Satish, for providing this platform. So I have a number of questions, but I will start with one only.
Sure.
So, see, I need to know that this agile coach path, right? For example, people had a tremendous experience on the Scrum, they worked as a Scrum master, right? But they then as a next level, they are moving to the agile coach. But sometimes what happened, they don't have a visibility how to start, from where to start, right? So what is the area they need to touch? And so on those lines, I need to hear the view of the experienced coach, how they have started their journey as a coach.
Okay. Anyone wants to take it up? And before even going to Prashant's question, how do you want to do? We want to do here in the main session itself, or we want to do breakouts? The floor is all open, guys. It's up to us how we want to do it.
So, sorry, the present question is like about like how to take it forward to become an agile transformation.
Agile coach, yeah, not definitely in the certification term, but actually in the real world implementation term, how to be a real agile coach, right? Because we have worked a lot in the Scrum Master from last previous years, serve the team, but how move to the next level?
Yeah, sure, Prashant. So, so there are different perspectives, the industry looking at the agile coaches, right? Okay. Sometimes in terms of a safe coach or someone familiar with the Jira boards, or someone who is good at a DevOps coach, right? Or the Scrum coach. Depends on the environment, they will look for a different expertise. So my recommendation is you have to keep growing your T skill, not only T skill, your M skill also, right? Your M skill also, where even take this quarter, you completely focus on Scrum alone. And the next quarter, you just completely focus on how to do extreme programming in detail. That includes a huge CI/CD or coming with the test-driven development, behavioral-driven development, completely deep dive. So you have to develop your M skill to become a full stack. We can call it as a full stack. If you are good at Scrum, you are good at Scrum alone. Whereas here, like not only in terms of, we have to see in terms of tools, in terms of knowledge on different areas, in terms of how to deal with the psychology of people in a smaller environment or a bigger environment, how to take it in all the different dimensions. You have to start learning, right? So that is how you have to branch out your learning, branch out in a different direction also. Even you take extreme programming, even in that behavioral driven development, Cucumber, you need to learn in detail. Test driven development, what is test driven development? So everywhere deep dive. Again, XP, you split it into M skill. What are all the areas I have to deep dive into extreme programming, right? And they bring lots of best practices, including improving the soft skill, how to deal with people. We have neuro-linguistic programming certification. It is available in Udemy even for 500, 600 rupees, where many people offering with the industry standard certification also, right? So how to ask a smart question to people and get the work done. That is neuro-linguistic programming, right? So the only way is like keep learning, help others to grow. That helps you to grow better, right? So, I had experience from 2007 from Agile environment where I got opportunity to take training for a team in 2013, where the training team told, can you help us for all other programs also? So that is how my journey started. And people start calling me as Agile coach, right? I also got confidence. I break interview in PayPal or Cisco, the first interviews. So you start exploring, start learning, continuous learning, and teach others. Teaching others is the best way to learn, right? Teaching others is the best way to learn. And you have to serve better, help others. Serving better is the best way to lead. If you are the good servant, you can become a good leader, right? So even you can have a co-learner, join with them in all these sessions, participating in events, listening to the events. So you look for a long travel, then you need to have a company always. That helps, right? A pool of people. So whatever you learn here, you even teach somebody who is in need of, exploring for agile knowledge. Correct? It is like whatever you are listening, everything you feel like you understand. Correct? But you don't. It is difficult because we push whatever in our mind. That is the practical, right? It is very good to observe. Only if you take as a reverse skating. Only if you start taking training to somebody, then you know what you really know. Correct? How things are stacking, how that those by helping others, that helps to break interviews, or even within the work environment, while people are asking for any clarification, conflicting situations, helping even client, you have to, you will be in a position to guide the product owners and the client stakeholders also, right? So you start teaching them, right? So there are different ways you explore your learning curve, basically. The main thing is start helping others in your office environment. What are all the best practice we can incorporate from the discovery phase to the delivery? Okay, they told something like we can automate this. Okay, get in touch with the architect, come up with what tools we can incorporate, discuss with some experts, then go to your architect, organize people, try to get done for one project. Then they will implement for multiple projects and programs. Then they will see you as a technical coach, right? Because you are leading that initiative, right? You will grow only by helping others. In book Competition Success Review, Surendra Kumar Sachidev is the writer who says, help others to help you. Start helping others to learn more, right? So thereby definitely you will have a good learning curve. At one point you can see yourself as an agile coach. Yeah, these are my few words.
So many, thank you so much. I have a lot of key takeaways. So
Yes.
Definitely about
so
the
just
Satish.
Prashant, go ahead.
Yeah, about this T skill and M skill, definitely I'm taking the takeaway. And second thing, which you talked about the platform, right? Which is very important thing to have a platform where people have to learn and grow, right? So I really want to appreciate or say thank you to Satish and Sarath, who is providing such a platform where we are having a lot of insight from the industry leaders, and at least it is giving us a path to what to learn and from here to where to go. So thank you so much, guys.
Sure. Thanks, Prashant. So thanks, Jnana Sambandham. So just to add on top of what already points mentioned. So if I have to start my path as an agile coach, one of the responsibility of an agile coach is to train the scrum masters. Right. So let's suppose you have to train a brand new scrum master from the scratch. Training the team member will be there definitely, but training a scrum master, training a product owner is also required, right? So we can do a quick check on our own. Okay, now let's suppose Prashant is there. Prashant wants to move towards agile coach role. So Satish reached out to Prashant. Prashant, can you help me with the scrum master path? So how comfortable you are. I mean, you can do a quick check on your own and you can see where, like, as Gyan Sambandha mentioned, you can do a like paid programming with one of your colleague or one of your close friend who is already in the path. So that, like, you both can do the sessions among yourself, discussions, and see, okay, oh, now that I am good with these things, I need to focus on this aspect. I don't have any clarity on this aspect. Right? I mean, you yourself will start getting that concept, the clarity that will start helping you where you need to focus on, what you need to start building up. Right? Certification is one part. So don't just restrict or limit to the certification. Like, so how you can start shaping yourself is always important. Like, and just to mention, like, there are few folks who after like 5 years, 10 years, or 15 years, or more number of years, they still want to be the Scrum Master. That doesn't mean they don't have the capable or caliber of doing the Agile Coach role. They want to be with the team. That's their passion, or that's their way of working. So the moment you have to move from Scrum Master to Agile Coach, right? So Agile Coach typically might not be working very closely with the team. You have to move from one team to other team, or you may have to work with multiple teams in parallel, right? So, and we never know what sort of issue, challenge, problem, which team or which leader or which product owner will be bringing, right? So today, let's suppose like Prashant and Sneha are two Scrum Masters for two teams, let's suppose, right? I'm the Agile Coach. I'm just taking an example, right? So Prashant reached out to me with one problem. Sneha reached out to me with a different problem. So how I might be able to help them is what helps get a clarity of how well or how comfortable you are to start moving towards that path, right? And Gnana Sambandham gave a lot of pointers. Thanks for that. So yes, you can start building accordingly. And if anything is required, you can reach out to one of us. We can have a one-on-one conversation and we can see how we can take it further.
Sure. Thank you so much for this.
Thanks, Prashant. Sure.
Yeah. So that question of how we are transforming from Agile coaches. So I will share my experience also. So right now, I am an executive Agile coach working in a large organization, like transforming from leadership and program and like team, like master coach. I'm a master coach, and then enterprise coaches at value stream level. And there were under a lot of Agile coaches. Under them, there are a lot of Scrum Masters. So how I have transformed and my path from 2011, I started that Agile journey, and it is like you should have transformation within you. So I will make it as a 5-level process. Like one is mindset, practices, capabilities, then outcomes, and then your business outcome. So how it is transforming yourself. So first of all, we have to transform ourselves, and then this we have to apply to our team as a Scrum Master, and then we have to apply to Agile coaches, and then have to see how multiple teams are doing. And then at program level, maybe at RT level, even I have played that RT role in 2014 and 15. That at program level, we have to have multiple coaches. We have to maintain the train. And then now I am working at portfolio leaders at like HSBC, a large transformation with 10,000 people and so many coaches and so many vendors. We have, so the key thing is, the first one is mindset. So that's it's a like huge subject, maybe like 2-3 minutes high level I will cover. So the number one is mindset, and mindset means like from fixed mindset to growth mindset. So we were having something. First of all, we are not providing any solution. I am also an ICF PCC also, so a life coach, and I'm running a program how to transform from Agile like Scrum Master to an Agile coach to enterprise coach, and enterprise coach to an executive coach. There are 3 levels of program I am running. I'm helping people how to clear those interviews also. So the key thing is fixed mindset to growth mindset. So you first of all, you need to facilitate the thinking process of the team. If that comes naturally to you, you are naturally an Agile coach. It is not like command and control. So that is the first transformation we have to have. And how we have to facilitate open mindset, transparency within the team. It is not like transparency with you as a coach or a boss to one-on-one. It is like, how are you enabling and empowering transparency within the team? So how differently you are doing. So that is the second thing. For that, second thing is like practices. In order to do that, what are all the different practices? In order to support that practices, what are all the capabilities you have? And once you do that capabilities, you will have a great outcomes, maybe whatever your organization need or your own goal as an agile coach need, then you will convert those into business outcomes. So this is for an agile coach journey. And from once you are an agile coach, then you have to go as an RT or I'm coaching RTs also at program level coach or an enterprise level coach. From enterprise coach to that leader, master coach. So master coach is like you have to coach the CEOs and CFOs. For that, definitely you need a ICF, PCC or ACC. That's the functional thing. And I'm also an SPC. So that is also a skill reader. It's not like framework or any framework. It's just it is just a vehicle to go and reach the destination. So it is not that we have to put that framework and give that result. So we have to understand the challenge and we have to do the transformation. So hope it answers your question.
Very much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks. We haven't got your name. It is
Lakshmi
Alan.
Yeah, Lakshmi
Narasimhan. Okay.
Yeah, I think I connected.
Can you share your LinkedIn profile with the
yes,
participants so that they can connect with you?
Sure. I think I had shared in the group itself. Anything I'm ready.
Oh, sure.
Thank you.
Definitely.
But once again, it's a great thing you people are doing. I mean, you are doing like thankless job. Both yes, like Satish and Sarath, right? So great platform you are doing. It's a great connect. People are. It's like win-win situation for people to connect and also to grow. The coaching. The one thing in coaching is it is not like we are opening a shop outside. Whether it is an agile coach or a life coach or anything, it is like we have to co-create it. We both have to share our knowledge. Then only we go towards that destiny. It is not like we are competitors. So that's a great valuable thing you people are doing. I really appreciate for you, Sarath and Satish. Thank you.
Thanks for that. And any next set of questions? Thanks, Prashant, for bringing that. I guess at least it answered some of the other participants' questions as well, other thoughts. Thanks for bringing that up.
Satish, I have a quick question. Would like to understand
Yes.
Myself, Aditya, would like to understand the difference between mentor, coach, sponsor. What is the bottom line difference? Just a little confused sometimes. I also do get these kind of questions, but I just want to understand in your perspectives as well.
Okay, sir, Lakshmi Narasimhan, you want to take it up?
Yeah, sure. See, mentor is just to handhold the thing. Like, so there are like teacher. Yeah, one thing I wanted to tell you that core competencies is like a coach should have teaching, facilitation, mentoring, consulting, counseling, everything he has to do, and professional coaching. So these are all the things. So what is the difference? Initially, when the team is new, we will train them as a trainer or a teacher. So teacher means like all of you know that. Then we will do the mentor role. Mentor role means we will be hand holding them. We will then, okay, A plus B whole square means how it is coming, maybe with so many examples. So we will be hand holding them. That is a mentoring. Facilitation, all of you know these guys are doing great. So how effort, it's like a marriage, how the contractor is doing, that is a facilitation. And consulting means like consultant, what he will do from the problem perspective, he will analyze the root cause. But coach, he will be in the solution angle. He will not provide any solution. He will facilitate your thinking process by active listening. When I say active listening, there are three types of listening. One is internal listening, focused listening, global listening. Internal listening means like physically present, mentally absent. Some of you are not turning on your video. Maybe you may be roaming around some web pages or some mobile. It's like internal listening. Physically present, mentally absent. Focus listening means I'm talking, you are listening. Only words are listening. Global listening means you are seeing me with body language. You are my pauses, how I am reacting. So 75% of communication is going there. So that's how that active listening is very, very important as a coach, life coach or an agile coach. And then powerful questioning. So these are the two key tools to do that client. So facilitating the thinking process is from the coach stand. And you ask about the sponsor. So sponsor means he will fund that initiative or fund that business. So is that fine, or you want any more clarification? Hello? Yeah, your voice is...
Aditya, your voice is breaking. Looks like some signal issue.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Yeah, so just to quickly share the screen, the teaching, mentoring, technical mastery, which
Yeah, exactly.
Jnana Sambandham mentioned just now, the professional coaching from ICF, and the facilitating, business mastery, transformation mastery. These are all the different aspects required for anyone to start thinking towards the agile coach role. So, and again, just the levels, right? So the team coach who works very closely with the team, the agile coach who, again, between the teams and the middle management, the project managers, product managers, architects like that, and the enterprise coach, where with the leaders who work very closely with the leaders. And that is where the ICF professional coaching also starts playing a key role. And I shared the link of this PDF in the chat. You can take a look at it. And mentor versus coach, again, coming back to that, mentor is like, let's both do it together and see how it works. Coach is like, I'll be asking you maybe a set of powerful questions and make you realize what might help your context. So you yourself will come up with the solution or maybe the next steps, the thought process. That is what the coaching is about. So mentoring and coaching is a little bit of thin line difference. But yes, it has very drastic difference comparatively. And Prashant, this is for you as well to add on to the previous points.
Yep, I have saved it. Thank you so much.
Here.
Satish, is my voice clear?
Yes, Aditya, your voice is clear now, but video is off.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, thank you.
Sure. Okay. Okay. Yes. Any further questions? We have 13 more minutes. Let's make use of the time.
Just to add to what Prashant was asking, like the NLP, as I told, that helps to asking right questions, probing with the right questions to improve the thought process of people, and they come up with their own, solution. Right? I hope that helps. The neuro-linguistic programming, I will ping you, Prashant. Thanks.
Sure. Yes, that helps. Okay.
Hi,
Yes.
Satish, Sanjay
Hi,
here.
Sanjay. Yes, Sanjay.
Yeah, Satish, how to ask this powerful question?
Okay. How to ask the powerful question? Interesting one. So, what's the context to ask the powerful question? First of all.
No, I think Lakshmi told that when asking powerful questions. So, means what is the difference between the normal question and powerful? Powerful question, and what is the need to ask the powerful question?
Excellent. Can I take it?
Sure.
Okay. See, that stance of a CID or a stance of a coach or a consultant or a coach. So the thinking question and planning question coach will ask, right? But the investigation question that consultant will ask. Say, for example, the product owner, Scrum Master, and the team is doing a demo. One particular feature is not being delivered by the team. So what, even though the particular feature is delivered greatly, the Scrum Master is saying, no, I'm not accepting this. Okay, as a coach, how will you ask thinking question and planning question. And as a boss or as an investigator, you will ask that investigation question. So like, okay, how can we improve? It's just an open-ended question. So what differently we can do to improve in the next time? These are all like thinking and planning question. So this is what the powerful question, which is open-ended, we have to ask to that client, and with empathy. And there are multiple things to that, like emotional intelligence and appreciative inquiry, positive psychology. So these are all multiple things are there. First of all these things as a coach, we have to transform and practice, then it will come naturally. So just to answer your question, like how to answer powerful questioning is like, just start asking thinking and planning question. If you start doing that, you will get naturally. Yeah, that is what that as a life coach, everybody will do. Asking powerful question means like open-ended, and the client will always have all the solution within them. We are just making them, showing their mirror, co-creating their plan. That's it.
Yeah, I think that's really good. I just want to add one more point on that. That is, how to ask is a one thing, but more important is that when to ask and
Exactly.
which suitable on
Yes.
which scenario.
Yeah, and also pauses. Something coach is telling, and what is not said. Client may said something, and we should not be taking like closed mindset and open mindset. What is he is not saying, we have to be very cautioned about that. Yeah, so there are multiple angles towards. I'm just giving you very like an helicopter view of it. If you go in detail, it will take some much more time. Yeah.
See, Sanjay, this thing comes in practice, Sanjay. And one thing is like, when you ask this question, right? Satish was asking you the first question, like what is that means, like, as a powerful question or something. So that is something is a powerful question actually. So
Yeah.
as
So
Alan and others told, right? It should be mostly towards open-ended.
Exactly.
It should be mostly towards open-ended. It is like, it is more like you should not I'll just give you a closed-ended example. Questions like the questions which prompt you to say a Boolean answer, yes, no, true, false, something, right? So those are closed-ended questions, which will not be a leading indicator for a problem resolution perspective from the coaching perspective. Okay. See,
all the
yeah.
closed-ended questions are not Boolean type of questions. So it could be the answer, could have the answer. Suppose there is a technical question, it could have answer. So my another question is, so if coach is asking some questions and the customer might ask another question, so this will go on, where it will stop?
See, this is actually how we need to articulate your coaching engagement or coaching argument is like you should follow an arc. So you should open your arguments, okay, and then set the context. Once you set the context, then the questions, should take to a peak. And once you are in a peak, you should ask the questions more towards, like what kind of actionables or what kind of action items that your coachee has to do. You need to get it from him. Once you get that actionables from him, then probably like you need to get when can we connect again to close it. So it should have an opening, then a peak, and then a closing. So all these things you should articulate using your question, so which is called a coaching arc. So these things will happen when you practice a lot, practice more.
Yeah.
So Sanjay, just to add on what Venkat or Lakshmi Narasimhan or what we are doing right now is mentoring, because like we are trying to bring in our experiences, our perspectives, thought process. So that's the reason we are doing it right now. The conversation we are doing is a mentoring. The initial point, with the moment when you asked about a powerful question, the first question I asked, what do you mean by powerful question? That is a question I am asking you, so that like you started explaining or you started giving the reasoning or the logic behind that. That is a one way of starting asking the questions, right? So as Venkat mentioned, like there are different contexts or different set of powerful questions. Again, it is not like every time the coach will go with the same set of questions. No, it is all based upon what the coachee or whoever it is there in that context, in the conversation, what are the terminology, what are the words, what are the pointers they're asking or they're mentioning in the conversation. We need to start framing the questions accordingly. So it is like dancing with the coach or dancing with the client. So whatever the steps the coachee is taking, accordingly, the coach also will be diverting or will be, what do you say, making the dance along with the client here. It could be the customer, it could be your manager or whoever it is.
Exactly.
Does it answer?
Please, can I add a little bit on my thought here?
Sure. This is an open
So,
forum, Sai.
I want to give it a different practical approach. I guess it is Sanjay who asked it. So Sanjay, if you have your kid, I have my kid, right? 4th class, 5th class. He comes up and asks some question. Now, I know he knows the answer, right? But I will not give him an answer. I will route it such a way with my questions that he will find his own answer. So end of that conversation, right? I will keep on asking question on question so that he comes with the, oh, okay, why did you do this subject? Because my teacher asked me to do. No, why did your teacher ask me to do? Because you have an exam. I have an exam tomorrow morning. So, what exam are you preparing for? Maybe some mathematics exam. So what is there in your mathematics exam? So if you see, I am not giving any answer, whereas he is coming with his own answers. And end of that particular 5 minutes or 10 minutes conversation, he will be at the cloud nine saying, where I will finish the conversation saying, every answer, you just came to me, that's all. I did not give any answer. All answers are known to you. All I did is just route you to the right point with my questions. So that's how the entire questioning will be. So there is no format of powerful questions. Any question is right, any question could be wrong, but which leads to an answer where the opposite party comes out saying that, oh yeah, I only know the answer. You did not do anything ideally. All you did is asking questions. That's the beauty.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, wonderful.
Yeah, I was thinking on the same line. So
Sure.
getting the answer by asking multiple means repeat means next questions means which could be which could enable to get the answer from the who is asking the question. Yeah, but I am not an agile coach. I am a scrum master, so I am.
Sanjay, asking powerful questions is for anyone and everyone. It is not just the agile coach role, right? So even the scrum master, one of the stance is coaching the coach, which means like you have to coach your team, or you have to coach maybe one-on-one, or maybe your product owner or your stakeholder. So don't just think that coaching or asking the powerful questions is only the role of agile coach. No, not at all.
No, I think there's some experience. I think if you have some experience in asking these questions, I think you will easily do it. But as a scrum master, it is initially could be a hiccups. So, but I think he can perform.
It will be. See, anything and everything, right? So we will be starting. There will be a first step. Yes.
Starting problem.
So even to add, like that's the way to grow as an agile coach, right? Start exploring. And as a Sai told, I also have a similar point, like the same thing, how we educate our child instead of telling. If we tell, it is like they feel like we are convincing them. So we ask them to get the expected answer, right? Even the media people know what answer they want. They will ask the right question to the politician. Actually, the media people have to write that answer, but they won't put it in their name. They want to put it in somebody's name and take the mic and go and ask people. They know this guy will answer. Or if the wife is asking husband, that is very authoritative. That is like client, right?
I think leading the right direction by asking the question is also a skill itself.
Yeah, definitely.
Because we need to know what to ask also, right? Because sometimes what happens, we ask two questions and there is a deadlock also. We don't know what to ask, right? So that is also.
So sometimes if it is a conflicting situation, if you are telling some solution,
I think I'm not able to hear you.
I am not also.
they
We can't hear you, Ghansham Bandit. Satish, you can hear us, right?
Sir, we are not
Yes,
able to hear you.
yeah, looks like some signal issue from his side.
Sir, request to rejoin.
Yeah, Satish, you could continue. Thank you
Yes,
for
yeah.
giving the opportunity to ask
Definitely,
this
definitely.
question.
One simple small maybe clue or a tip or technique of what I just want to mention is like don't ask why questions multiple times.
Correct.
People might get triggered.
I was about to say that also. Even this why question leading to the deadlock also. After 2 or 3 why will be in deadlock situation, we don't know what to ask next.
Yes, so that's where instead you can
That's
ask,
where
hey,
the
what
technical
else?
only.
See, probably what, and then try to be empathy with the coachee. Probably, don't get his stance. I mean, don't get into him, but like probably try to ask some empathizing question. Okay, so probably if he says like, as you said, right, I get deadlocked. So probably you can ask like, what you would feel when you get deadlocked, something like that. So what will happen is like he will immediately come out. Then go on that feeling. Okay, he'll say that I feel unhappy, or what unhappy sounds to you, something like that. And then like bring him back, and then bring him back to the mainstream.
Or sometimes we will get like, hey, I don't know, as an answer. That's where we can say, okay, if you don't know, what might help you to get a clarity to go ahead.
We can ask their views also.
Obviously, see, it is all about, the coaching is all about getting the solution for the client, or whoever is in that context, the coachee, we call it as a coachee or the client. So for them, so it could be your kid, your partner, your colleague, it could be anyone, right? So asking the questions will make them go through, they themselves, like as Lakshmi Narayan mentioned, they will have the answer, but they want someone to ask or trigger that thought process. That's where we will get it done. And yes, that's about powerful questions.
Yeah, the one point I just got straight in my mind is even the prayer people say you are going deep in your own thoughts. So our questions should be like making them to go deep in their own thoughts and come up with the answers. It just struck in my mind.
Sometimes people seek for the rectification also, that am I correct or not? That's why they do ask the coach, right? They are correct, but they are not sure. So that's why they seek someone to guide them.
And sometimes they don't have the answer, but it might be means they don't know the answer, but when you will ask these questions, the answers will come up.
Yes, or at least what might help them to get the answer might come.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, it's 7:03. We went 3 minutes ahead. So we have a break now, like till 7:15. Let's come back by 7:15, and then we have Aditya, who is all set for his next session.
Okay.
7:15. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Satish.
Hello.
Hey, hi.
Hi, Sonal. Yeah.
Hi. I'm sorry, but I have a question. If I can get
Sure.
help in that. Yeah.
Sure.
You can post it. That should not be a problem.
Okay, I should
Here.
post. Sure.
No, we are here. We are here.
Yeah,
You
we
can
are
ask,
here.
you
We
can
are here.
ask.
You can ask.
So my question is, I am in a situation where I'm not able to coach the team. Actually, they are giving loose estimates. We know they are giving loose estimates. Rather, they are giving more estimates to the stories. Even for similar kind of work, they are giving more estimates. I have really like politely tried to talk to them, coach them indirectly, empathizing that we understand. Sometimes you people get stuck, but then even if their work gets completed early, then also they don't come back and ask for or pick up more work. I mean, this is something which has now become as a practice. So here, this is a situation where even I try to empathize with them, try to coach them very nicely also, but it's not somehow working. How to deal such kind of situation? This is actually I'm facing every day now. And the PO is pushing every time that the team is, why don't you question on the estimates? I'm like, I cannot question on the estimates. Speak to them in a way that
Okay, how big is the team?
pressure is building from both the, I mean, the don't listen and the PO.
Yeah, how big is the team? Hello, you are able to hear me?
Yes, we are able to hear you.
Yeah, so
Sonal?
how big is the team?
Also is making it, because they say that's
Sonal, we got lost in between. We are unable to hear you. Sonal, there is some signal issue. I guess we are unable to hear you clearly.
I'll be just okay. I hope my situation got clear. What I was trying to say. Hello. I hope my situation got clear. What I was trying to say, that even the architects don't intervene. They agree that the estimates are on the higher end, but they don't intervene during the planning or the estimation time when the team is estimating the stories. They don't intervene. But later they do give a feedback to the PO that yes, the estimates are on the higher end. And the PO pressurizes me being the SM. Why don't I cross question them for the estimates? So neither I'm able to coach them. Like I have to.
Yeah. So how big is the team?
But it is not happening. I'm trying to speak.
How big is your Scrum team? What is the team size? Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Sorry, your name I couldn't get.
There are 8 people in.
Okay, 8 people.
4 developers, 2 testers.
Okay.
4 developers, 2 QA, me, PO.
Okay, you are the Scrum Master. Okay.
Yes, I'm the Scrum Master.
Okay, so how long you people are doing the Agile ways of working?
1.5 years.
Okay. How is the team happiness index? Are they happy? Okay, I am just doing some
Yes, they are
assessment
happy.
with you.
They are happy. The happiness index is good.
Okay.
They are team bonding and everything is. There is unity.
Okay.
They don't bypass their estimates.
They are all co-located or distributed, or which location? Any idea on that?
Distributed.
Which are all the location?
Working from home, someone is from local Chandigarh, then we have someone in Delhi.
Okay. All are India only, right?
They are having bonding. The team bonding is good because they don't pass on. I mean, they discuss the estimates over the teams because they take time to provide the estimate, and they have already done their discussion before. And that they for any story they will give 3-day work, not beyond that. I mean, not less than that.
Okay, so how is your story points with respect to like 6 hours, or what is your minimum and maximum?
6 hours. 6 hours is the baseline which we take.
Give me an example of one user story, maybe which is like 3 days efforts. Are they providing 8 days efforts? Is that your scenario?
Yes, they
okay. I got it.
3 days.
Okay.
18 hours.
Okay, all of them are telling that we can able to do only highest number. That because team is supreme, you have to go by that. Because of that, the sponsor is affecting. Who is funding for the is that affecting, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, this is one of the case study happen. Like multiple things that can do. Maybe you can connect with me often offline. I can share you. Maybe like one or two things I can share with you. Technically, how are they showcasing your capacity versus so how are they what is that small unit of user story? Give me an example. I think your voice is breaking.
Sonal, your voice is totally breaking.
I think you can
we
connect with me
continue.
later. Yeah.
Yeah, we can discuss it offline.
Sure. Thank you.
Sure. Thanks. Let's be back by 7:15, guys. 5 more minutes. Let's go for a break.